I knew I'd inevitably lose to Elowen the second I discovered my husband led the investment team. Elowen was Hudson's unresolved first love, the girl he could never erase from his past. Right after the project meeting, Hudson picked Elowen's proposal without hesitation, exactly as I'd expected. Elowen shot me a mocking look and sneered, "You're only his wife in name. I'm the one who lives in his heart forever. What you fight tooth and nail for, I get with no effort at all." We had been bitter rivals since high school. It all began when her mother ruined my family and took my father away. Decades later, she still repeated the same trick, taking possession of Hudson's heart with ease. I watched Hudson from afar, drained and tired. I was done competing with Elowen. I would no longer cling to Hudson. Between him and my career, I firmly chose my career. The company buzzed with gossip over the new handsome investor, and everyone soon found out it was Hudson, CEO of Zenith Group. The news made it clear to me that I had already lost the upcoming design contest. Co-workers talked openly in the break room, saying Hudson invested in our company solely for Elowen. They were college sweethearts, and his favor toward her was common knowledge in the office. My chest tightened at their words, and I returned to my office in low spirits. The director soon summoned Elowen and me, assigning us to lead separate teams and submit competing design proposals in 1 month. His obvious favor toward Elowen was impossible to hide, for he knew well why Hudson had settled on our company. I already knew our team's work would be overlooked. I was only there to fill a spot next to Elowen. Elowen stopped me outside the office, wearing a proud, triumphant smile. "Alara, may the best woman win." Her every gesture showed she was certain of winning, fully aware Hudson would always side with her. She walked away with her head high, and I left silently. The whole design department celebrated the coming project opportunity. If I lost the competition, I would be forced to work under Elowen and endure her arrogance every day. The thought made my heart sink. By closing time, crowds surrounded Elowen, showering her with praise. She stood in the spotlight, while I stayed alone in a cold, lonely corner. Our eyes met briefly, and she sent me a taunting smile. I turned away, put on my coat, and left the office. That night, Hudson came home with his usual cold, indifferent look. I asked directly, "Did you invest in our company?" He glanced at me briefly and gave a plain hum of confirmation. "Why our company?" I asked lightly, half joking. "Will you give me special treatment?" Hudson frowned, completely unamused. "It's a collective decision from senior management. I don't have full control over the proposal result." His words left no room for doubt. Being his wife meant nothing to him. He was always cold and rule-bound, never making a single exception for me, while I had spent years humiliating myself hoping to be different. He walked into his study and left the door ajar. I overheard him answering a phone call from Elowen, laughing softly as he talked to her. After hanging up, he grabbed his coat and shoes. "I have a business dinner, I'm heading out," he said flatly before leaving. Tall and sharply featured, he stood out sharply in his tailored suit and dark overcoat, disappearing out the door into the night. He returned extremely late. I meant to ask about his bias toward Elowen, but one social media post stopped me cold. Elowen uploaded a group photo with Hudson and 2 college classmates, capturing their relaxed, familiar bond. One look at the photo told me all I needed to know. I once kept a nightlight on for his late returns, but that night I turned it off and slept through the night. The next morning, Hudson and I left for work separately, no words exchanged. Everyone in the design department catered to Elowen, knowing the company's investment relied on her connection to Hudson. No one cared about our long-standing feud. They only cared about bonuses and work performance. When Hudson visited the company, the director pulled Elowen aside. Curious coworkers asked about his personality, and Elowen gave vague, suggestive answers about their long friendship, letting everyone guess at their romantic history. I read through old alumni posts detailing